competitively over his extremely long career. Yeah, just 3 in 1 entire split. But he...
Oh, that.
Okay. There you go. You're going to throw your jungle predictions under the bus. But Archie, though, he's a guy that we talked about, and, you know, he could lose lane, and he probably is kind of expecting to lose lane and not really care about that and trying to make more plays around the map and skirmish more, so he might try and combine with a Nocturne here. And this Galio could be a top lane Galio, even though nowadays we really do assume that it's mid, as that's frog.
They could go back to the bottom lane. But speaking of grouping up and going to the bottom lane, it's a level 4 Levi.
Yeah, every little bit of experience they squeezed out of the jungle there, every single last hit did go over to Levi, and Archie here finally getting one in lane. But Fnatic still focusing on that bottom side. Brox is here, Caps is on the way. Even though there are wards, it's going to be a party.
Oh, Levi, Archie holding on, TP coming in, Coon going to go wide. Brox is still pushing forward. Coming out yet, first blood dropping for Fnatic, and now pulling back. Gigabyte Marines biting off more than they can chew.
They still have Elise here to continue the dive. Caps is actually going to go for it. Jezza doesn't go down.
Alive, waiting on the roof, but there's a TP coming in behind him.
Oh no.
Are they actually going to be able to grab? Caps needs to retreat. He's completely out of mana. Soaz running. Archie trying to taunt up. No one going to walk in range. They're trying to trade the aggro. It's an absolute mess here on the bottom side.
Remember that this mess is all due to 2 members topside for Gigabyte Marines trying to take down the top turret as well. During this chase through the secondary turrets here,
He only has sapling.
Well, it's not a level 1 champion, and it's not a Maokai. Oh, they did it!
It is!
On the other side!
Oh no, Soaz! That's the ignite! Now we know why he takes it. Noway's gonna grab the kill. Proxy comes over the wall, connects. Fnatic fire back.
I thought you were still talking about the one on bottom side with Archie teleporting in, but top side, Soaz goes down, and there's the extra goal going over.
Soaz, I'm pretty sure he just thought he had Elise a bit closer than where she was, and he's
on his team right now. Talk about power leveling there for Levi. Is able to get it off, but Caps wants to answer again. I don't know if they can push the minion wave. Minion has to wait for it.
Wall. Trying to make his way out. Taunt comes out, but Reckless is still free hitting. Soaz comes in. Finally level 2. That's enough. Caps gets a kill for himself.
welcome to World.
He's going to grab another one. He might be able to take down Reckless too. He's pushing forward. That's the double for the Nocturne.
And Fnatic are embracing the style a little bit here as continued roams from Caps do get them some kills, but Levi doesn't let them get out hands clean.
Not quite animal style, it's a bit...
This death missile and you try and go forward and kill your target, if this is the one that you're power leveling and this is the one you're getting so far ahead, then you're definitely going to be able to kill your target. And early on in the game, you don't really have to worry about people being separated like that.
Well, lane. Cap's going to get locked up. Optimus level 6 means he can chase down for free, but might not even need to. Rip walk forward, trying to find it. Flash from the auto will shut him down.
And brilliant tanking from Archie as well to ensure the kill is secure. And Caps dies. That was a 3-0 member, so it's even a shutdown for the Gigabyte Marine.
Remember this.
Appreciate that fact. Before he gets his ultimate up again, I've no doubt will look for a target.
Now Archie doing what he can to hold on. It appears the pace of the game has slowed down, maybe until that Nocturne comes back, but still the pressure mounts.
Well, they are chunking Archie down, and Brox is on the bottom half of the map, but he doesn't seem to be looking for a dive.
Caps
even though Archie is defensively warding here, focus seems to be mid.
Locking him up. That's going to be in trouble. Lulu going to be locked up. Paranoia comes in. Levi moving forward immediately. Caps just gets deleted. Soaz doing what he can to fight back. Going to get knocked back in the end by the Buster Shot. Levi tanking blows. Can't afford to take that tower shot, but maybe he'll make it out. Goodbye, baby! Kitty Cat bringing it home.
Gets in, attack, and he's able to get the kill there. Double buffs there for Soaz now. They were split. They went two different directions with two towers shooting them. Noway and Levi do split up, and they're cut down.
The biggest difference there, of course, is that of course, we just saw the level 6 from Soaz on top of that. He's not going to have an ultimate, but Archie, big trouble.
Move forward, the heal for movement speed. They're just chasing him down. The minion wave going to block any potential cocoons. He leaps right back into the thick of it. Archie is a man without fear, because here comes the Kassadin. It wasn't the right call. Looks like it will just be the disengage. Caps, though, man on a mission. In comes Reckless. That's the CC. Takes down Archie.
There's a reason that we evolved to have fear, though. It can be safe to have fear. All right, he ends up going back in, and they do give up a kill, but whenever everyone's collapsing like this, there's still a pushing Tristana. Noway's going to get the tower in mid lane. Let me remind you that entire play started by Jez's a level 5 Karma, flashing and healing over the wall.
Here comes the teleport.
Oh, Dragon is going to get secured by Fnatic. They're backing off in the pit. See if the CC wants to come in. All 4 members going to make it out safely. Nice escape.
Really good, clean play from Fnatic. Of course, it was a trade that wasn't ideal given the mid lane structure went down. Never the real MVP for having the polymorph onto Rise in that situation. And Levi, I have to mention, as they were fighting, just casually doing Gromp next to them. He knew the goal wasn't to fight at all.
And the most interesting thing here, when we talked about this matchup before the cast, John, we talked about Reckless. Maybe he'll find an edge. Reckless is nowhere to be seen. It's all about Jesus and Broxa everywhere on the map.
All right, they flash over the wall. They heal to get in range, and then Archie actually turns around on them, communicating with Optimus there to try and burst down Broxa. They actually get the repel out early, but there's Reckless on your screen, flashing forward and grabbing the kill.
And then, of course, the interrupt is going to secure them a tower. Levi gets his...
We're only 12 minutes in.
At the pace we're going, I'm ready for 40. Kobe, I'm ready for an absolute bloodbath, and so as should be too, because Neven and Noway are here, and they're ready for a fight. Now we're going to finally back off on the bottom side. We turn our attention back to the mid lane. 4 members strong from Fnatic.
Yeah.
Optimus debating what to do here, but looks like Soaz is going to be
Here they
pressing
go.
out. They need to make a play in the mid lane as Soaz is doomed to fall here. Tries to twist his advance back. A little bit of healing. I don't think he's going to be able to save his way out of that one. No way on a killing spree.
RNG's just the real MVP. Gives the crit for Noway as he's about to try and escape under the structure. The back and forth, the ebb and flow of fighting whenever Fnatic are...
Of Cassidy chasing people down. Now Gigabyte Marines, with all the outer turrets down and all this extra territory to work with, they can turn this into much bigger and more coordinated fights than just the small skirmishes.
Optimus pushing in, not going to give away that Rift Herald for free. Looking to chase down Broxa, but in the middle of 3, in comes the Galley. Optimus out to safety.
Oh, no!
No! Rift Herald taking it away. Has Fnatic's back in that one. Now the Realm War forward. Archie going to look for the taunt, only going to connect on 2. He should be taken down as well. Reckless going to grab that kill.
Did we say coordinated? Just kidding. Optimus is going to go try and take on all challengers there. And he does not quite get out of swipe range from Shelly. Meanwhile, though, every time there is a fight on the other side, they're pushing turrets.
Here comes the paranoia. In comes Levi, and down goes Soaz.
Even Noway surviving. So right now they're playing the turret game. They're sieging. That was a very long Rift Herald to try and secure just because of Optimus throwing himself at them. You've got the Galio ult.
In a game where it's so spread out and so many fights are breaking out across the map, this may be one of those times where we see multiple turrets taken by a Rift Herald. It's definitely going to be up to Fnatic to be able to try and use that effectively. Yeah. But Levi here is probably the most effective guy in the entire game so far.
Now looking for the 1v1 with Caps. Does manage to spell shield. Fear comes out. Red buff is ticking. Caps running for his life, but Levi should be able to burn this down. Duskbringer burning him out.
He does so much damage. That's the blue buff now for Levi. I thought he was out of mana, but he gets that back.
And now he's 2 levels above anyone in the entire game. Double buff Nocturne, ready to roll.
Guys, you can tell it's been a pre-planned strategy as well. They work very hard around Levi. All of this preparation leading into Worlds, and this is one of their many strategies.
Has to be careful here. Is locked up. Spell Shield's not going to save him from that. As soon as we praise him, he goes right back down.
They are pushing both lanes on either side of him, but Fnatic are able to collapse. They take down the extremely high-level junk mid and bottom right now. Plus, there is a Mountain Drake available, which they could retreat to. So, looks like they're still going to get 1-for-1. If Soaz doesn't get them all.
Soaz is trying to start the fight off. Paranoia is available and used immediately, but it looks like Archie is the one who's going to get taken down. Winter War not going to have an effect. Will be the trade back as Levi just rips through Soaz.
A big trade in the end, but it was just the trade. The turret still went down, but that was a reactionary turret. Gigabyte Marines still in the back foot.
Yeah, funniest thing here, pings go down from both teams. They both want to push. Gigabyte Marines ping bottom there to try and force on that inhibitor turret, and could even, with the pace of this game, you're talking about the 20-minute Baron coming up, it could go down at 21:30.
And once again, we talk about fear, we talk about the knocks and the casted and potential at any moment for someone to come out of a bush and one-shot you in this game. The dust played,
there's the bush.
Now the paranoia.
Oh, the Zonya's.
Zonya's play though, paired perfectly. Cap's gonna make out to safety.
Yeah, the Paladin play there. Bubble Hearth there gets Caps out. And on the bottom side, Tristana going to do a similar jump away. But Jesus goes in.
Out comes the Galli ultimate. We'll see how many knockups he's going to get. Just 1. Now trying to find the taunt onto Reckless, but a nice sidestep comes through. Neven wants to make it a safety. Archie pushing forward. Optimus is in the middle of the team. That's a fed cast, and now Reckless is in trouble. No way, has no fear. And Jesus is going to get dropped down. He's looking for a thorn. He flashes forward. That's going to be the shutdown and the triple.
3 big kills, and they are still pushing on the bottom side of the rift.
And all of them onto Noway there. there. The 5-kill Tristana taking down the inhibitor turret.
TP coming in, Gigabyte Marines doubling down. They got an advantage and they want to push it home. Fnatic on the back foot. Vietnam coming up big on the world stage.
And that's incredible as a reactionary play. Once again, the Gigabyte Marines through vision control, through their ability to rotate and coordinate as a team, you're starting to see that come to fruition.
And they just have no hesitation when collapsing. Even if a member goes down in these fights, they still go for the re-engage. They still say, we're going to get kills back afterwards. This is why, again, we highlight so often with these guys, mobility from Champion Select. Here comes the Galio ultimate. Here comes from mid lane. Cassin is teleporting in as well. They immediately turn this around. Even though Lulu, with no flash, was caught out, they're able to turn it around so quickly and work through the tank line.
Yeah, Soaz, not really a big threat with his just Spirit Visage against an AD carry, even though both top laners are behind. Galio's utility with damage reduction and being able to provide it comes up tops.
Yeah, no way here. We have to highlight this guy for the Gigabyte Marines. When he was at...
Ultimately, Fnatic, they need to try and find a way to slow this game down, but to slow it down against the team that's constantly pressuring you is really hard.
Gonna have to be now. Make or break on this Baron. 4,000 health.
Pushing in, dropping lower, Paranoia, blocking vision into the pit. They can't even see it happen. The Icon gonna let him know it came through, but Caps is just gonna get burned through immediately. Making the Paladin play to make it out once again. Slow-As leaping forward. Reckless still untouched on the backside, but the tanks are already dropping. Fnatic is getting routed. The Baron dropping in the favor of Gigabyte Marines. They'll take a Cat Pajama Man anyway on the back half.
And now they've got minions in bottom side as well that are already on the Nexus turrets. Optimus is chasing Fnatic and trying to delay their backs as they actually circle around, and they were looking to cut off minions maybe, but not going to be the case.
Optimus might be cleaned up, but the rest of the team is moving into the base. Galliol comes down. Maybe he can stop the backs as well. No way is pushing to the base.
He's looking to end the game right now. If he can stop the teleports, it's over.
TP goes through. Doesn't look like it's going to get canceled. It's Caps versus the world at the moment. The rest of Fnatic caught in a fight. No way versus Caps. One battle to decide the game, but Broxa is here for backup, and Gigabyte Marines are going to have to bare their teeth and wait for a few more minutes.
Meanwhile, if you look at the mini-map there, they were still... Oh,
no way, no fear! Moving in, Caps! Ooh, gets taken back. Maokai pushing in. Broxa going to get tucked down as well. There's not enough damage to kill the Tristana. No way is legendary! But still, Gigabyte Marines, they're not quite strong enough to end the game. Soaz, though, just feeding fuel into the fire. Reckless is here with the double drops. That's the triple. He's looking for the quadra. Reckless gets cut down as well. Penta could come out. No way is hungry for it. The team is there. That's it.
It's a legendary 11-kill Tristana, and Optimus takes the Penta. Gigabyte Marines are going to take the game.
Gigabyte Marines taking down the third seed from Europe. A first blow for Vietnam.
What a performance from the Gigabyte Marines. From the beginning of the game to the very end, they had a plan, and they executed on that strategy. Fnatic left not knowing what to do.